So for today's challenge, I'm going to be attempting to recall every single trunk or express bus services, excluding feeder bus services in Singapore. And I have to give like very brief explanations about them, be it the current route or the past route. So let's go. I am not allowed to cheat. It's just me and Microsoft PowerPoint. I do not have any references around me. I have to recall them quickly. Let's go. SBS Service 1. It was from Havelock. It went to Cantonment, CBD, Beach Road, and then it paralleled the East-West line all the way up to Changi Point, which is Changi Village. And then there was also a 1A that went Stilin Road and Changi Coast Road, all the way up to Changi Village. Straight bus service. This bus service used to be from Bedok to Jurong East. It paralleled the East-West line, and then, back then there was no East-West line. Parallel East-West line, then it copied 147 up to, I think, Hill Street, and then it followed Service 7 to Guillemard, and then ended at Bedok. But nowadays, it is just a merger of 294 and 357, the feeder bus services from Tampines to Pasir Ris then to Punggol. This one, I don't remember the past versions, but currently it's basically Tampines to Flora, Miriam, and then it loops near the boundary of Changi Airport. Not inside, but near the boundary of it. When Downtown Line goes poof, this bus service goes stonks. Pasir Ris to Loyang Industrial Estate. This is now Bedok to Clementi, and in fact it's the fastest one out of 14 and 196. This used to be Toa Payoh to Pasir Ris via Avenue 7 and Pasir Ris Drive 4, but now it got shortened to Tampines. This bus service used to be a short working trip of Service 2, like from Lorong 1 Geylang to Changi Village, but nowadays it got amended to Bedok to Changi Airport Cargo Complex loop. Tampines to Kent Ridge, and it plies the whole stretch of Upper East Coast Road. This is just Geylang Lorong 1 to Stadium. This is Pasir Ris to New Bridge Road via Mountbatten, and then the express version is via ECP Bedok South Avenue 1, and so on and so forth. I don't really have anything much to say about Service 13. It's like just Yio Chu Kang to Upper East Coast. I think I did a recreation of the old Service 13, but I cannot recall the route right now. I think it was like Buona Vista to I forgot where. Bedok to Tanah Merah, and then to Upper East Coast, Orchard, Lower Delta, Jalan Bukit Merah, Alexandra, AYE, and then there was a route amendment at Buona Vista like a few years ago, and then to Clementi. This bus service used to go from the CBD to Marine Crescent and Marine Terrace, but nowadays it's Pasir Ris to Marine Parade Road loop. So it's not too far off actually. Service 16 used to be from Bukit Merah to Changi Airport. And then there was also a 16E. Okay, one of them went to Changi Airport, and 16E became 36. And 16 also absorbed CSS 608. Pasir Ris to Bedok, which absorbed feeder service 227. This service used to have 20 buses, and it's basically just Tampines to Bedok. It used to be simple, but now it became even more complicated. It's like what, Tampines North to Bedok North Depot. It's so stupid. One of the straightest bus routes in Singapore. I don't think it's the straightest, but it's just Tampines to Changi Airport Cargo Complex. This bus service used to it used to loop inside St. George's and St. George's Estate and St. Wilfred Estate, but nowadays it is Tampines to Changi Business Park loop. It's the only service that like really winds inside Changi Business Park. St. Mike's to Pasir Ris, and is the only service that goes through Towner Road and McNair Road, but not for long because 140 is having an amendment there soon. Well, this one is now Ang Mo Kio to Eunos, but in the past it went to Bedok Reservoir and Tampines. This bus service 23 used to loop at Tomlinson Road, but it's now Tampines to Rocher Canal Road loop. Ang Mo Kio to Changi Airport is very straight. This one used to be service 24 from Ang Mo Kio to Bedok, but nowadays it's Ang Mo Kio to Changi Airport. No. It's Ang Mo Kio to Upper East Coast. But basically, last time, service 25 inherited like part of 24's route. Forgot whether it went to Changi Airport or not. But nowadays, it's Ang Mo Kio to Upper East Coast. This one is Bedok to Toa Payoh. And this route, honestly, never really changed like throughout the years ever since its introduction. The only amendment that was like significant is the Chai Chee Street amendment. This one used to be Changi Airport to Pasir Ris via like Service 15's route, part of it, Pasir Ris Drive 8. It got shortened to Tampines, extended to Sengkang, and then extended to Hougang, finally, Hougang Central. This is a trunk service that goes into the little roads inside Tampines. Street 45, 34, 32. One of my favorite bus services, this one is Tampines to Changi Village via, what's the road's name? Cranwell and Netheravon. Don't know how to pronounce it. Used to go inside the CBD, but got amended to ECP and then later MCE. This one is basically Tampines, Simei Avenue, Tanah Merah, Bedok, Marine Parade, Dunman Old Airport, Lorong 1 Geylang, Boon King MRT, Toa Payoh. This one, it's one of the only buses to ply Franco Avenue, and it's also one of the only buses, one out of two buses that currently plies Margaret Drive. There used to be more buses along Margaret Drive, but now it's just 32 and 122. This one is Bedok to Kent Ridge, and it has a unique route along Lorong Sarina, which is near Teluk Kurau. It's Joo Chiat Tembeling, Joo Chiat Place, Road then Place, and then Teluk Kurau Road, Lorong Sarina. This used to be a semi-express version of 24 from Bedok to Changi Airport, but now it's Changi Airport Tampines Punggol. The only bus service that goes inside Alps. This used to be 16E, now it's the only bus service serving Tomlinson Road, unfortunately. This one goes from Tampines to Changi North Crescent and does not operate full day if I'm not wrong. This one is a merger of what was it? 220 from Bedok and 290 from Tampines. Ironically, 290 used to have many buses, but now 38 is like full single decker fleet. This is a relatively new service introduced in the 2000s era from Tampines, then Pasir Ris, then got amended to Punggol, and then now Yishun. This one is quite unique because it goes from Bedok to Siglap Road, then Upper East Coast Road, East Coast Road, Tanjong Katong Road, and then Paya Lebar, Aljunied, and then loop inside MacPherson Estate. This one used to be a remnant of Service 197, but the current route is Jurong East, Tokuan Road East, and then it goes through Totak and then loops at Beauty World. This one is basically Kembangan's so-called feeder service that charges trunk fares. This one, it's Punggol to Upper East Coast, and then there's an express variant that goes via KPE. I mean, you all know this route, so I don't really have to explain this anymore. Now, this one is actually a remnant of Service 33, except that it sort of follows 63 into Rumah Tinggi Estate. This one is Ang Mo Kio Depot, but I think Ang Mo Kio Depot is gonna close soon, so it's probably going to Yio Chu Kang anyway. So it's Ang Mo Kio Depot to Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10, Serangoon Avenue 2, Upper Serangoon Road, Lorong Asu. Then it goes Eunos Link, PIE, Bedok North Road, Bedok North Avenue 3, New Upper Changi Road, Tanah Merah, and Bedok Road, Upper East Coast Terminal. It's quite a unique route. The bus service that killed off any form of demand from Service 506. This one was from Upper East Coast to Tampines, and then got extended to Tampines North and Pasir Ris. This one is the only bus service linking Marine Parade and Changi Business Park. Bedok North Depot to Buona Vista, and this one comes in useful when either Thomson East Coast Line or Downtown Line goes poof. It's sort of like an express link between the two. It helps Marine Parade access Little India really quickly. This one, it used to start from like Taman Jurong bus terminal. It only lasted like a few years, I think. And then now it's like Jurong East, Jalan Ahmad Ibrahim, and then it just goes all the way up and loops at like 335's area. I don't even want to recall the exact street locations, even though I know the route because it's just so complicated and windy. IT College Central's bus service. This one goes via Punggol Drive, Sengkang East Drive, Sengkang East Way. It just cuts through Sengkang, Anchorvale Road, Sengkang West Avenue, Yio Chu Kang Road, goes ITECC, and then parallels the North-South line until Bishan. When people say longest bus service in Singapore, this isn't necessarily it. This one just has the most bus stops in one direction. This is the only bus that goes PIE Adam. This one, it used to like start from somewhere near Kaki Bukit Malay Settlement alongside like Service 50, but nowadays it's Bishan, next Lorong Asu, Hougang Avenue 1, Tampines Road, KPE, TPE, goes Pasir Ris, and is currently the only link between Pasir Ris and Changi Airport by bus. This is one out of two services that goes via Marymount Road, like the southernmost sector, that shared sector with 851. It was a merger of 104 and 134. This one used to start from Ang Mo Kio, but then it goes Bishan, Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10, parallels 25 and 854, then goes Steel Road, and then used to terminate at Marine Parade Terminal, and then it looped, and then it got extended to Upper East Coast. I don't really understand the point of this service like nowadays, but it's kind of like a good to have. It's Bishan, Toa Payoh, Novena, Middle Road, Marina Center. The route isn't too bad, but it's just, yeah, it just looks a little bit out of place. This was service 274, but now it became 57, and fun fact, 57 used to go via CJC. It's like Bukit Timah Road, Whitley Road, but then it got amended to Kampong Java Road, Thompson Road. And it's the only bus service that plies like the entire stretch of Lorong 6 Toa Payoh. One of my favorite bus services. This one, the route is unique. Bishan, Lorong Chuan, Serangoon Avenue 2, and then Tai Seng Ubi Avenue 3, Eunos Link, Kaki Bukit, and it just beeline straight up to IKEA Tampines, and then Pasir Ris West. It's a really unique route, and that's why I like it. 59, believe it or not, it used to be the current Service 86. But now it's Bishan to Changi Village. And lots of silly B5LH that got transferred to 105. This bus service is a merger of 226 and 385. And yeah, it has red and white plates because it calls Bedok Reservoir Road Minor twice. Now we have our first SMRT service. This one is like the longest bus route service when you consider like in one direction from Bukit Batok to Eunos, and because it U-turns twice, it used to U-turn only once, but then ever since it U-turns twice, the route got even longer and is like the longest bus service by distance in one direction in Singapore. Like if you exclude all the night riders, night owls, if you're talking about bi-directional service, in one direction, this one is the longest. Okay, now I have to switch colors, which is like kind of annoying. This 62. Okay. This one used to be from New Bridge Road to Hougang South, but then it got cut short to Geylang Lorong 1, and then, I mean, it loops there now, and then it got extended to Punggol. This one used to loop at MacPherson Estate, but got extended to Eunos. It ate up 382. 64 actually used to be Service 198 from Sims Place to like Jurong East. Believe it or not. This bus service used to hog all the Volvo Olympian 3 axles. There were a few like VSO perms, but it was mostly just VO3X. And basically, this thing is like Downtown Line 3's redundancy bus service. This is okay. I'm hoping that I'm doing this all in one take. So yeah, it is kind of exhausting. Okay, service 66. It used to be from Jurong East to Tampines, then got cut short to Bedok. 67. Fun fact, it used to go from Serangoon Road, PIE, all the way to Tampines Avenue 5. You know that Simei Avenue junction, that exit. It used to be like a semi-express, sort of. And then it became an EWL redundancy East-West Line redundancy bus service nowadays. 68, it used to be Tampines to Tampines Street, like I think it was 92 or 93. It was the industrial estate, but then it got reintroduced from Tampines to Tampines North to Elias to Pasir Ris. This one is Temasek Poly's Lifeline, because it goes from Bedok, Tampines Avenue 185. That's about it. Service 70, it's quite straight. Yio Chu Kang Road, Yio Chu Kang Link, Upper Serangoon Road, that's like the only part that's not straight. Upper Paya Lebar Road, Guillemard Road, Nico Highway, Esplanade Drive, Collier Key, Raffles Key, Shenton Way. Why am I regurgitating? 71, it's one of the only services alongside 262 that plies Ang Mo Kio Avenue 1, like almost the entire stretch. 262, like, it covers more, but 71 still covers a lot of it. Also, ITE College Central's bus service. It links Yio Chu Kang, Hougang, Tampines Road, and the outside of Tampines North. The outside, not the inside, and goes to Tampines. This used to be from Toa Payoh to Yio Chu Kang, but later got amended to Ang Mo Kio, and when it got amended via Serangoon North Avenue 4, which is like a good, like, sort of hub and spoke thing to connect to like the outside buses. This one is probably going to become Cross Island Line's redundancy bus service. I think this one in the past absorbed like one of the, the 20X, the 200X services. I forgot which one, but basically this is Dover's Lifeline, this is the Bukit Timah School's Lifeline, this is also Marymount's Lifeline, and goes to Ang Mo Kio and Hougang. This one, because of service 190, or was it 179? I forgot. It was cut short to Bukit Panjang. It used to be from Choa Chu Kang to Marina Center via Cantonment, Anson, Robinson, Fullerton Road, St. Andrews Road, Beach Road. I mean that one small part of Beach Road, and then Raffles Boulevard. This one, what should I even say about it? It used to loop at Marine Terrace, but now it got cut short. This one is another bus service whereby the route didn't really change over the years. There was also a SBS Bus 77, the previous generation, which was like, I think it was near Boon King, but nowadays it's just Bukit Batok to Marina Center via 6th Avenue. So yeah, this one is it serves Pandan Industrial Estate, links Jurong East and Clementi. This one links Jurong East and Boon Lay Chinby Industrial Estate. Service 80 was a merger of 864, which was from Trans Island, and 84, which is from SBS, because the routes were like, they were almost identical, and they were created just for the sake of competition. So when SBS took back Sengkang, these two merged to become 80. This route is weird. So the weirdest variation was New Bridge Road, Middle Road, Little India, Farrer Park, Serangoon, Tampines Road. It used to apply the entire stretch of Tampines Road to current Old Tampines Road. Now it's Pasir Ris and Tampines. It's weird. This one is was Punggol to Shenton Way, and this one was New Bridge Road. Yeah, duplicates. That's all I have to say. I mean, currently there's green and white, but in the olden days it was service 80. That's all I have to say about this one. This one, there were like 3 generations of it. The first one I cannot really recall from the top of my mind. The second generation was like 865, which is now 119. Like a part of it is now 119. And the current 85, Punggol Sengkang, it used to go Sengkang East Road, then TPE, but then it later called more stops along Sengkang East Way. No, Sengkang East Way, Sengkang West Way, before going to Jalan Kayu and then Expressway. This was 866. So the difference between 866 is this one, under Trans Island, it went, if I'm not wrong, it was like, instead of Compassville Drive, it was Compassville Road, Sengkang East Avenue, Punggol Road. It was like kind of a U shape. But then 86 is like Compassville Drive, direct to Rivervale Drive. This bus service was like introduced in 1999, I think, and it never changed. It's just Sengkang, Hougang, Kaki Bukit, Bedok. This one also never changed. Pasir Ris, Sengkang, Hougang Avenue 10, 8, 4, Bangkok Green, IT College Central, Ang Mo Kio Avenue 10, 3, 6, Bishan Street 22, Bishan Road, and then Toa Payoh. It didn't change much. 89, Changi Airport Cargo Complex to Pasir Ris Drive 3, Pasir Ris Central, Pasir Ris Drive 1, and then it also serves a little bit of Sengkang. I mean it cuts through Sengkang to reach Hougang. This one is pretty straight. Toa Payoh McPherson Airport Road. This one goes to the former Ayer Rajah bus park. The route for 92 used to be similar to current service 14, but nowadays it's Ghim Moh Science Park, Mount Sinai, Ghim Moh. The route looks a bit like Circle Line, but the unique part of it is Braddell Road. That's the only part where it doesn't really touch the Circle Line. Oh, and also Airport Road, Eunos Link, Jalan Eunos. So when Circle Line sort of poofs, maybe you can rely on this one. This one is just Eunos to Airport Road. I don't really have much to say about this. This one is NUS bus. This one's also NUS, but 95 is from Buona Vista, and then this one goes to Clementi, and Sundays it's on-time adherence. This one used to be Jurong East to Hougang Central. Okay, to be more specific, it looped at like St. Andrews Road and Connaught Drive, then got extended. I think it absorbed the old Service 86 all the way up to Hougang, but not Tampines Way. It went all the way up to Hougang Central, and then it got cut back again to Marina Center, and then it got amended to Bayfront. I think it was like year 20. Was it 2010, 11, or 12? I cannot remember, but yeah. And then this one, Jurong East Avenue 1, Jurong West Avenue 1, Jurong West Street 51, Lakeside, then goes Corporation Drive, and then loops at Fishery Port. It goes to Fishery Port first, and then loops at Jurong Island Checkpoint and goes back to Fishery Port Road. So this one, I think in the past it had red and white plates because it served the same bus stop for both directions, like towards loop and away from the looping point. This one used to loop at Jurong West Street 91 and 92, but later got extended to Joo Koon via Street 93. This bus has a route restriction along Upper Aljunied Road. Other than that, there isn't really a lot to say about this service. It's just Ghim Moh, Harbourfront, Beach Road, Aljunied Road, Upper Aljunied Road, and Serangoon. 101 was, I mean, it's a remnant of Service 328. And the reason why it its route is so weird within, I think it's like Hougang Street 51, is because 328 used to loop there and they didn't really want to delete off the sectors. Again, this one, Hougang, Sengkang, Jalan Kayu, and Seletar Airport. This one, if I remember correctly, it used to go Buona Vista, Margaret Drive, and then it went up Prinsep Siligi, Little India, Farrer Park, Boon King, Potong Pasir, Woodley, Serangoon, and then Yio Chu Kang Road. Okay, it used to end at Serangoon Gardens, but like all the 100 series except 109, but it goes up to like Jalan Kayu. And now it cut short to Serangoon and extended to Yishun. 43 M's renumbering. But this used to start from Serangoon Garden Circus like in the past. Silly B5LH. And then it used to run CNG. Volvo B10BLE. A lot of people remember this from Serangoon. Yes, the bendy buses used to enter Serangoon. But when this one was still under SBS, it was like, it terminated near Ulu Pandan Road. It's like Holland Fringe Car Park or something along those lines to Serangoon Garden Circus, that roundabout. Northeast Line's savior, I guess. There isn't really not anything much to say about this other than the fact that it parallels Northeast Line. 109, this number wasn't used in like the 1970s, 80s, or 90s. This is like, out of the entire 100 series, it's the only one that never, and I mean never, originated from Serangoon Garden Circus, that roundabout. It's an oddball, Buangkok to Sengkang. It's not west, but it's like slightly west of Sengkang Central to Changi Airport. All the terminals, 1 to 4. Was from Ghim Moh to Hougang Central and then got cut back to loop at Suntec. Was a merger of feeders. Also is a merger of feeders. Okay, to be honest, how am I gonna describe it? It's basically Hougang, Kovan, and Hougang Street 92, and 113 is Hougang Street 11. I cannot say it out to you, I have to draw the route out to you, and I made a mistake drawing 113's route as Avenue 10. It's supposed to be Avenue 6, then 10 in the previous video. This service is so short, it's like just Buangkok MRT to Buangkok Link and Link and Crescent. This one is created for the residents along Hougang Avenue 3. This one is like a complement with an E, not an I, to service 315. There are nice views on this service. It's Sembawang to Punggol. This one serves Temasek Poly and IT College East. It is one of the most popular routes in the entire country. This one, what do I say about this? This was 865 to 85 and then to 119. And then it got extended to Punggol. and there is one double-decker run every morning. This one is like a complement to Service 33 along Alexandra Road. This one is Kim Tian Road's so-called feeder bus service. This one is Alexandra Primary and Queensway Secondary School's school bus. Now this one, oh my god. This one's history is like kind of jank. Because it was Clemenceau Avenue, uh, Somerset, Newton, Novena, and then okay, not really Novena, but I think Momin Road, and then it went to Saint Michael's because all the 1-2 somethings were from Saint Michael's. This route really changed a lot, and the old 190 is kind of the current 123. And when I mean old 190, I do not mean the Choa Chu Kang one, but I mean the one from like the past, the 190 under SBS, the first generation, not the one that was formed as a result of 179, which is now the SMRT one. It is the old one. It was the old one. This route actually did not change a lot, like surprisingly. But yeah, it was. This one used to go to Bukit Merah, but then converted to loop at Telok Blangah Heights, and now got extended to Harbourfront, covering like 408. This route also changed a lot, and currently is the only service that applies Tannery Road. This one was Newbridge Road to Little India. It was a really direct route. I think it went by like Middle Road or something. It was just really straight. Newbridge, Middle Road, Little India, and then St. Michael's. It was simple. But I don't think it was a full day service. This one, Tampines North, Tampines Industrial. This one used to be a North-South line parallel, but it was kind of useless and it got withdrawn. This one is also Temasek Poly's Lifeline, going through Bartley Road East. Underpass and then the flyover, that long flyover. What do I say about this? Linking Sinming, Balestier, Shenton Way, Ang Mo Kio, I don't even care. This one, aside from 141, is currently the only service from like Dorset Road, Owen Road, Norfolk Road, Kent Road. Only service other than 141. To be clear, this service sucks, and the only thing keeping it alive is Tanglin Road and CJC. Otherwise, it's useless. This one almost got withdrawn because of Northeast Line. I don't even know why, but yeah, it's like how many stations did it even parallel? It was just Boon King, Potong Pasir. There was no Woodley back then, and then Serangoon. I don't even understand why this was even considered for rationalization. This was Ang Mo Kio to New Bridge. Now it's Sims Place to Marine Terrace Loop. This one used to loop at Siglap. Now it got extended to Kembangan. Generally a unique service. 136. It used to loop at Upper Serangoon Road End, because back then there was like no connection to touch like Buangkok Drive or Sengkang East Drive and Avenue. That whole junction was like under construction back then. Ubi Industrial Service, Haha Zoo buses. This one winds a lot in Lengkok Bahru, then goes to River Valley, Little India, and then it winds again in like St. Michael's Estate and it goes to Toa Payoh. This one Lorong 1 Geylang, there's an amendment coming up to McNair and how do I even pronounce that? And Towner Road, and then it goes to St. George's and St. Wilfred's Estate, then loops back. Um, Toa Payoh, Novena, then Norfolk, Owen, Dorset, Gloucester Road. How do you even say it? British words? Little India, Lavender Street, Lorong 1 Geylang. This is basically Potong Pasir's lifeline. I don't know. This is like the roads are so narrow. Could have used bendy buses, but the roads are so narrow, and it cannot use double deckers either because the roads again are so narrow. This one is like Toa Payoh Orchard, Clemenceau, Kampong Baru, Telok Blangah, Pasir Panjang, West Coast, Gardens, Teban Gardens, Jurong East. This one was like where was it from again? I think it was like Buona Vista to Toa Payoh. This one was via Orchard, Dhoby Ghaut Orchard, Dhoby Ghaut Somerset Orchard, Newton Novena. Uh, this one used to be double decker restricted, but now it uses double deckers because Henderson Road is being given a clear, and it's one of only two services that serves Tanjong Pagar Road other than 80. In the past, there were more services along Tanjong Pagar Road, but now there's only two. This one was like it used to start from like near Kent Ridge, but then it got amended. I mean that had something to do with like Service 176, the old 176, not the current one. The old one was like okay, my bad. 146 used to start from Kent Ridge, but then it like merged with the old 176 from like I mean not from Clementi, but like it sort of merged with the route a bit. Okay, you know what? Forget what I said. It parallels 166 to Harbourfront. It goes to CBD like Anson Road. I think Cecil Street. I don't think this one went Robinson. I'm pretty sure this one was Cecil Street. I could be wrong. I may need to check my own video, the one that I spliced. And this one went Little India, Boon King, and then just winded around Toa Payoh a lot. So yeah, Northeast Line survived. This one was also Buona Vista to Toa Payoh, but unlike 144, this one was, I think, it went River Valley, Hill Street, Bugis, uh, Lavender, Kallang, then it went GL1, Lorong 1 Geylang, then it copied 26 all the way to Toa Payoh, and then it winded inside Toa Payoh just like any other service in Toa Payoh in the past. I love this one. This one is now being absorbed into like 31 and 16 a little bit, but this used to be from Toa Payoh to Lorong 1 Geylang. It was a merger of like the Scheme B bus services 737 and 747. 737 was the one that went Paya Lebar Road and Jalan Koyam Ayer, which was PIE in the past. But it didn't really follow that one. It more of followed 747. Okay, so basically again Toa Payoh, Geylang Bahru, and then it was Lorong 1 Geylang. Sims Way did not exist back then, so it's Mountbatten Road, Old Airport Road, Dunman Road, Tanjong Katong Road, Marine Parade, and then to the airport. So yeah, fun times. But I wasn't born back then, so yeah. Don't really have much to say about this. It's a BSCP bus service at Eunos to Marine Terrace Loop. This one is quite unique in a way. It goes to Hougang Avenue 57, goes to Airport Road, MacPherson Road, just cut straight to Catholic Junior College, and then the Bukit Timah schools, and then goes straight down Clementi Road, then Kent Crescent and Kent Bus Terminal. This one was service 28 from Bedok to Toa Payoh, and then they merged with the 28 from Tampines to Bedok back then. This one used to originate from Toa Payoh, but now it's Bukit Merah to Hougang via Serangoon and Kovan. Another school bus service. Eunos MacPherson Estate, PIE, Whitley Road, Bukit Timah Road, Clementi Road, Clementi Avenue, Clementi Road, Clementi MRT, Clementi Avenue 6, AYE, Jalan Ahmad Ibrahim, Yuan Ching Road, Corporation Road, Yong Ho Road, I don't know if I pronounced that properly, Yuan Ching Road, Boon Lay Way, and basically Lakeside MRT, and then Boon Lay. Why did I just regurgitate all that? Oh, this one used to terminate at like Upper Changi. I forgot which part. I think it was like 13 miles or something. But now it's the only bus service that goes inside MacPherson Estate via Aljunied Road and comes out via Aljunied Road as well. I mean, there's Service 40, but Service 40 loops there. 155 just passes by there and has red and white plates. Now it goes to Bedok via South Avenue 1 and North Avenue 3 and North Street 1. Maybe I should talk a little bit about this service history. Okay, so the very first generation of 156 was like the current service 136. I don't think it was exactly the same, but it was like from Toa Payoh, I think, to Upper Serangoon Road End. And then the current generation of service 156, again, I think it used to start from Toa Payoh, then later got amended to Serangoon, then extended to Sengkang, and then amended to Buangkok, Toa Payoh to Boon Lay via Bukit Batok, and Jurong West Avenue 1. I don't know what to say about this one. I liked this one. It was from Toa Payoh to Bartley Road, and then before it looped at Tanjong Rhu Road, which is like the current looping point, it went Mountbatten, East Coast Road, Siglap Road, and then to Bedok. It wasn't Chai Chee. Did it ever terminate at Chai Chee bus terminal? But I'm pretty sure it went Bedok at some point in time. And then at some point in time, it wasn't Toa Payoh anymore. It got amended to Serangoon via Avenue 1. This one used to be from Toa Payoh to Ang Mo Kio via Lorong Chuan. And now it got extended to Sengkang via Buangkok Green and Serangoon North Industrial Estate. Okay, I paused for a while just now because I needed to catch my breath, and there was a little bit of noise. So 160, it goes from Jurong East to Malaysia. Another jump cut because of noise. Okay, 161, it was introduced in like 2002 if I'm not wrong. It was from it is from Hougang to Woodlands. It winded in Hougang. It winds in Hougang, and then it passes through Sengkang MRT, Sengkang Eastway, and then it goes to Woodlands. This one was from Shenton Way to Orchard to Newton, Novena, as well as Thomson, Upper Thomson, Sin Ming, Bishan Street 22. It just winded. Ang Mo Kio Avenue 8, 3, and 6 up to Yio Chu Kang. This one used to be from TIPS, Trans Island Bus Services. It was from like Harbourfront, and then it went through the CBD a little bit, and then it went up to like Siligi Road, and then it was KK Hospital, and then uh, it was Novena. Then it went up Thompson and Upper Thompson, Yio Chu Kang Road, and then Jalan Kayu. But nowadays it got extended to Sengkang. This one is like it got absorbed into like the current service 167, but the special thing about 164 was that yes, it plied like the entire stretch of Upper Thompson Road and Thompson Road, but then it had a unique sector in Clemenceau Avenue, which was before it got split into Clemenceau Avenue and Clemenceau Avenue North ever since CT's construction. This one used to be from Ang Mo Kio to Jurong Interchange at Jurong Port Road. And then for like 7 days or so, I think it was because of space issues or something, it actually went to Boon Lay for a short period of time via Jalan Ahmad Ibrahim and Jalan Boon Lay to Boon Lay. Yeah, now it got cut short to Clementi. It also used to go to like Jurong East. I don't really have much to say about this one, but again, Clementi Dover, Buona Vista Flyover, Alexandra Road, Harbourfront, Kampong Baru Road, Chinatown, Kampong Java Road, which is KK Hospital, Novena, Novena, Thompson Road, Upper Thompson Road, and then it goes to Ang Mo Kio. 167 used to end at Sembawang Road, and before they all consolidated into Sembawang Interchange, and Service 882 was introduced to replace the deleted sectors of 167 back then. This used to be from Ang Mo Kio, and then it went down Marymount, and Thompson Road it used to be like semi-express. It went to Novena, Newton, Far East Plaza, Orchard, Somerset, Dhoby Ghaut, and then looped the exact same way as 972 and 972M today, and just looped back to Ang Mo Kio Avenue 3 terminal, and then I think Central 2 terminal as well, in like a few years later. And then 169, this one, the route, like the destinations never really changed a lot, except that this one used to go to I think Marsiling Terminal or something. I don't know if it ever terminated at Admiralty Road West, but at one point of time this thing, I'm pretty sure it went to like Marsiling Terminal. Like it followed 856, current 856, instead of going like Woodlands Avenue 8, 9, and 2. So yeah, that's pretty much it about 169. And there weren't really a lot of changes in like the Ang Mo Kio, Yishun, and Sembawang Road sectors. There weren't any. This one of Singapore's oldest bus routes, never really changed. It is still Queen Street to Larkin in Malaysia. This one also used to be from Queen Street. So it was like it used to like parallel 170 until the Mandai Road junction, then it would go to Mandai Road, go inside Mandai Lake Road in both directions, and then it would go to Yishun. But then there was also an amendment to apply Ophir Road, North Bridge Road, Dhoby Ghaut, Somerset Orchard, Newton, and then just go back up. And then there was also another amendment to like Cashew Road, Pending Road, and Bukit Panjang Road to Woodlands Road, I'm sorry, I kind of have to talk over a little bit because of the noise outside. Um, yeah, Upper Bukit Timah Road, Cashew Road, Pending Road, and Bukit Panjang Road. And then it went up Woodlands Road, Mandai Lake Road, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then in like year 1999 or so, it went via the current 171's route, the Jelebu Petir Pending Road. 172, 172 under SBS, it was from Lim Chu Kang to Shenton Way. It, it went, it like plied the whole stretch of Bukit Timah Road from Beauty World all the way to Little India. And then it went Bencoolen Street, and then it sort of copied bus 131 all the way down to Shenton Way. And then 173 was from another jump cut because of noise, I'm sorry. Okay, 173, it was from Newbridge Road, and then the special part about the service is that it went Orchard Road, Stevens Road, and left turn to Bukit Timah Road. No other bus service in like the entire history has ever like done that turn. I'm not sure if there were others, but I'm pretty sure only 173 made that turn. And then this one pretty much terminated at Princess Elizabeth bus terminal at Elizabeth Drive. So it went like Upper Bukit Timah Road, Hillview Road, Hillview Avenue, Jalan Remaja, Jalan Batu Nilam, and Elizabeth Drive. So 174, in the past, it was pretty much like the current route, except that it went it went to Nanyang University back, like Nanyang Technological University back then, instead of terminating at Boon Lay. And 175, the first generation, as I've mentioned in the previous video, it was like from CBD to Jurong Road, which is now Bukit Batok. It plied the entire stretch of, not the entire stretch, but it plied like a little bit of old Jurong Road, and then it went on to Jurong Road, Upper Jurong Road, and then to Tuas. And then the second generation is the current one, 975, and the third generation is the current one, Clementi to Lorong 1 Geylang. Okay, so from 176, it used to be from Jurong East to Bukit Panjang Loop, but it got extended to Bukit Merah, and currently is the only bus service that plies the entire stretch of West Coast Highway. This one is like Gombak Drive and nothing much to say about it. Oops. 178, they tried to convert this into a peak hour service but failed. And 179, the current one is from Boon Lay to Pioneer to NTU. But the old 179, there were a few generations. I think the first one was something like 190, but unlike 190, it actually went via Bukit Timah Road and then to Bukit Batok. And then later along the way, it from Beauty World, it turned into PIE, then BKE. And then it pretty much was like so oh my god, the noise is like okay, so like for 179, it was Bukit Timah Road, Beauty World, PIE, BKE, Bukit Panjang Road. And later on, 190 actually took over that sector. And then the next generation of 179 was from Choa Chu Kang to Bukit Panjang Ring Road Loop. So it was kind of like a prehistoric version of the modern day 976. And the current 179 is the one from Boon Lay to NTU. So 180, there were like a few generations as well. So the first one is Shenton Way, Cross Street, Upper Cross Street, Clemenceau Avenue. It went all the way before CT was being constructed, as I mentioned in the previous video. And then it paralleled, no, it didn't parallel. It went Bukit Panjang, sorry, Bukit Timah Road, Upper Bukit Timah Road, Bukit Panjang, Kranji, then Marsiling Terminal. And 181 was the old 961. I mean, currently it's a Boon Lay sort of like feeder bus service that will be extended to Tengah in future, but this was the old 961 to Crawford Street. It was like Marsiling Terminal to Crawford Street Terminal, and when it got extended to GL1, it got renumbered as 961. 182, okay, it went from Shenton Way, and then it switched terminating points to New Bridge Road, and then back to Shenton Way, and it went Orchard. It copied 180 all the way up to Kranji. It went Marsiling as well, but then later on in 1996 it went to Woodlands Regional Interchange. Okay, and for 183 it used to be from, I think it was like Jurong Interchange, which is the Jurong Port Road one, and then it went, back then AYE was called Upper Ayer Rajah Road and Ayer Rajah Road. So it went along the entire stretch up to Alexandra Road, then it would exit there. I forgot where the terminating point is. SBS 184 used to be like, it used to be identical to the current 176, but the current 184, the route never really changed throughout the years. It was always like Bukit Panjang Cashew, Beauty World, Clementi Road, and then Clementi Avenue 254, Clementi MRT, and then loop back. Okay, now 185, it was the past 985, but the current 185 is basically a semi-express version of SBS 99 with a few differences in route, like Jurong West Street 23 and Jurong West Avenue 3. And 186, the the very first generation of 186 was similar to the current service 145, but 186, the current one, it cuts through, it's just a very straight route from like Cross Street, Upper Cross Street, Alexandra Road, Commonwealth Avenue, and then Fair Road MRT, and then CJC, and then to St. Michael's. It's quite unique. It's like it just goes one round from the city to like St. Mike's. 187 used to be from Boon Lay to Bukit Panjang, but later got extended to Woodlands when 951 got cut back to Bukit Panjang and got renumbered 180. So yeah, the reason why they extended 187 was because they just wanted a direct link from Woodlands to near Bukit Gombak and Bukit Batok as well. They just wanted a direct connection via the expressway. And 188, there was an SBS bus like variation from like I think it was like, it had something to do with Boon Lay Lakeside, or probably Jurong West Street 91. Okay, it definitely looked at Jurong West Street 91. There was a second generation. I think the first gen was a lot different, but nowadays it sort of functions like a Circle Line redundancy bus service from Harbourfront to, I think, somewhere near Kent Ridge, I think Pasir Panjang Road. And this thing serves IMM, Bukit Batok West, and Choa Chu Kang. This one was quite special because it was Bukit Batok to Marina Centre via the old Service 75's route. It was like Jalan Bukit Merah, Cantonment, Anson, St. Andrews. It used to loop there, and then it got extended to Marina Centre, but later got cut back to Harbour Drive, got cut back to Kent Ridge again. Okay, Harbour Drive is basically south of Kent Ridge Bus Terminal. It got cut to Kent Ridge and then got cut to Clementi Avenue 1, loop there. I've talked about the old Service 190. I've talked about the old Service 190, the SBS version. which was identical, almost identical to 123, except Commonwealth Drive. It passed by both sides and had to use like red and white plates. But the one special thing about 190 that you might not know is that before PIE BKE, it was Bukit Timah Road, and then at Beauty World, it entered PIE and BKE. I think this one used to terminate at like Bukit Panjang and then got extended to Choa Chu Kang when 75 got cut back to Bukit Panjang. So 191, this one used to be Clementi to Shenton Way, but now it is just a Portsdown Road loop service. Jurong Industrial Service that applies Pioneer MRT, nothing much to say about it. The route is like windy, and so is this one. This one is even windier. In fact, 192 used to be the windier one, but now 193 is the windier one via the Lok Yang Way and Jurong West Avenue 4. This one is this one used to loop in like near Tiong Bahru Market, but nowadays it's just a semi-express bus service from Boon Lay to Jalan Ahmad Ibrahim loop. And then this one is just Marina Center, River Valley, Tiong Bahru Road. It links Telok Blangah Way to Depot Road to Queenstown MRT and loop at Commonwealth Drive. 196 was from Jurong Interchange, the Jurong Port Road 1 to Bedok. This one was also from Jurong Interchange to Bedok, but at some point in time, it actually went to Boon Lay via 198's current route from Jurong Town Hall Road to Boon Lay. So when 197 was cut back to Jurong East, 198 took over that sector, and 198 was also cut back from Sims Place. 64 took over that sector, so 198 became Commonwealth Avenue, Queensway, Jalan Bukit Merah, and Bukit Merah Central. And 199, it was from Jurong Interchange to NTU Loop, but now it got cut back to Boon Lay because, I mean, that terminal closed. Service 200, the route used to be like kind of different. I think it went Portsdown as well, but then 200 was from where is it? I think it had something to do with Kent Ridge, but nowadays it's just Bukit Panjang to Kent Ridge. This one was introduced when 189 got cut back to Clementi Avenue 1, and this one serves Pandan Gardens and Teban Gardens. I think I'll end like part 1 around here. Okay, wait. What other trunk bus services are there? Okay, let's continue on to this. This one used to be super windy in Marina, near the Marina Barrage, what do you call it? Marina Barrage area, until like the roads got reconfigured and then the route like just changed a lot. This one went from Bedok. It plied the entire East Coast Park Service Road last time, Mountbatten Road. It went Nicoll Highway at some point and later got amended because of an unfortunate incident. It went via Mountbatten Road, Geylang Road, Crawford Street, Beach Road, and then it went Dhoby Ghaut, Somerset Orchard, and looped at Tomlinson Road. This one, basically it was like a more simpler version of 400 before the merger. This one served the ferry terminal, Marina South. This one's route, I think, changed like, it was from like Pasir Ris Road to Elias Road, and something, it had something to do with like Tampines Road, but it got amended later to Pasir Ris Interchange. This one, 405 was like actually a remnant of the old service 206. So 206 actually started from Jurong Interchange and then got cut back to Boon Lay, and 206 is exactly like 405 except that it plies Old Choa Chu Kang Road both bounds and goes all the way up to Lim Chu Kang. So when I think it was like 975 when it got introduced, 206 got cut and then it became just 405. And the operating hours and days were like limited as well. Okay, fun fact, 205 was a part of 173 and 208 was a part of 925. This one was Labrador Park and this one was Mount Favor. And then this one is basically Bishan's really big green and white plate feeder service. Okay, I'll end part 1 here.